So there's no video for how to change the AC compressor on a 1997 Ford Expedition 5.4 liter V8 Triton engine. It's actually not as hard as you'd think. I'm going to show you how to do it the easiest way, I think, and post the video so that maybe you can do it yourself. First of all, if you look in the wheel well, I'm showing you the driver's side, but there's this guard right here. It's a debris guard. If you take that off, I'll go over here to the other side, the passenger side. If you take it off, see I've removed it. There is the compressor right there. Easy to get to. You're going to take that bolt off first. Once your AC is discharged, if it's still got refrigerant in it, you got to get it reclaimed by a shop. Don't just let it out in the air. Once that's done, it's empty. Remove this bolt first, and you can take off the AC hose lines. We're going to do that first, and then I'll show you how to actually remove the compressor. Okay, so first thing I do is I'm going to remove the grommets here and here. They just screw out. Sometimes there's one here and here. Mine didn't have it. And then you just kind of pick that and slide it out of there and put it away where it doesn't get broken. And then the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to put a 1/2 inch breaker bar or ratchet into this tensioner right here. There's a key right down here. You put it in there and you're going to turn it to the right. If you have a ratchet, it's kind of short, it's a little harder. You can put tension on it with a piece of pipe to make it longer. A breaker bar makes it pretty easy. And then you are going to push down or to the right. It's going to release tension, and then what I do is I just pop it right off of that alternator there at the top, and then you can let off and you can wiggle the belt out of there. Probably don't even need to take the entire belt out if you don't want to, but it just gets it out of the way, make sure it's not going to get messed up. So let's take this belt off. Okay, so now I got the belt loose, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to this passenger side where I've taken off this little piece of debris guard, and you can see right there, that's the first thing I'm going to take off. I'm going to use a 10mm with an extension, and you just can reach it right there just like that. So I'm going to take this manifold off. Okay, so now I got that bolt out, and make sure you keep that bolt because you're going to want it to put that back in. The new compressor will come with one because it usually has a cap on it to keep stuff out of the inside of the compressor, and the one that I took off before, it was stripped out, so I used the one that came with the compressor. So what you do is you just grab this and it just pops right off. Okay, and then you want to just kind of get it out of the way. Okay, and then once you got that wrinkled up out of the way, I just kind of tucks it against this manifold right here. And then you got this connector right here. It connects to the, and you just want to get that off. And then we're going to start working on the bolts. Here's the first bolt right there, and then there's 2 more on the bottom. We'll have to get under the car to get those. So let me get this connector off right here, electrical connector, and then we'll start working on this top bolt. Okay, so now I got this electrical connector off, you see, and then I'm going to start working on this bolt right here. It's a 10 millimeter, and I'm going to use a box wrench. That way I should get to it. And you might need some, get a hammer or something like that to loosen it up. Quick hit with the hammer. I'm going to get that up. So now I've climbed under the car, and then if you look up right here, you can see both the other bolts. Now I unscrewed that other one all the way and then back in about 3 threads just to hold it there so it doesn't fall on me while I take these out. So again, you could probably use a ratchet on these because you can get to it, but I'm just going to use a box wrench. Okay, so got those bottom bolts out, and so I'm going to get this last bolt right here. And once it comes out, the compressor will just fall right down and it'll stop, and you can wiggle it out from underneath the car. So I'm going to do that and get it out. Okay, so you can see the compressor is out. It's hanging out down there, it just kind of drops down, and then you can go and you turn it pulley up. You can take it out through this space right down there, and it'll get through there. You gotta just wrangle it, but it'll work. And you put the new one back in the same way, and in reverse order. Putting the belt in last, and remember the belt's kind of tricky, so if you go and look at your plastic shroud that you took off earlier, it has the belt diagram. I'll just show you how to do it. It's not focusing very well, but you get the idea. So make sure you do that right, and man, I hope this works for you. Not that hard, just kind of tight space. It's slow moving, but you can do the whole thing. Take it out and put it back in an hour and a half if you work fast. So save you $1,000 bucks.